How's it going, guys? It's Poetry Side here, and welcome back to the episode of the Burgundy campaign in the Emperor DLC for Europe Universalis 4, the Emperor expansion. So, not sure what I'm going to call this series. I was kind of thinking the name of the mission that does it, the event, Lothair's Legacy, or the Lotharingian Legacy. I don't know. Something like that. Or I might just call it the Burgundy campaign, right? But we're playing here as Burgundy in the Emperor patch. Paradox, if you missed the first episode, Paradox was kind enough to send me a review copy of the DLC, so I'm playing it. I think it's mostly finalized. I don't think there's any missing textures or anything. There might be something, but like, I don't know. I haven't really seen much. But that seemed weird, or janky, you know. But it is a pre-release patch. A preview patch. And other than that, the expansion comes out in a few days from when this video is going live. So yeah, we're going to get going here. We only did a few years in the last one because we were talked about a lot. There's a lot of stuff added. I haven't really even had a chance yet to see how the papal stuff is worked from the Pope side. I know that you can like donate stuff, indulgence for your sins, right? And you get more papal influence. I know that the papal controller can do golden bulls, but I'm not sure what like you actually use the curia for. I'm not sure if the Pope actually gets to use that or anything, and if so, what do they get to use it for? And I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just not sure about some of the options. But you know, the idea is what we'll learn about them as we get going here. Here, we're gonna go ahead and get over here, and we're gonna stand at the ready because there's a chance we might be able to. I think. Oh, so England's getting this back, and if they get that back, then I might be able to eat them. Eat Calais. I mostly just care about Calais. But yeah, so we're here, kind of for now, just waiting a little bit until we can make sure that we have our subjects all happy, until we can integrate or annex nevers, etc., etc., stuff like that. If I'm able to, it sucks that we started rivaled with England because there's a mission that does this, but it's okay. It's not. One of the following must be true: allied with England. England has been insulted by Burgundy. What? One of the following must be true. France is rivaled by... Wait, so we could just insult them? I don't understand how that would make sense. It has been... One of the... One of the following we must be true. Wait. One of the following must be true. England has been insulted by Burgundy, rivals or is rivaled by Burgundy. Shouldn't we be able to do this now then? Like, why isn't this spawned now? Seeing as we aren't allied with England, but England is rivaled by us, right? Am I going crazy here? And France is rivaled by us. If we send them insults, will that do it? I mean, honestly, let's try, because I'm a little confused about how this mission is worded, or how the conditions are worded. That did it. Okay, apparently that is a way to do it. Interesting. I didn't think this was going to be a thing we could do. I thought we had to ally them, but apparently you can just insult them instead. Not sure what the what the deal is with that, but so now if we get our opinion up with all of these vassals, if we get our opinion up with enough of these vassals, we can, I think, cause them to break free. Let's improve relations with these boys. This could actually be quite interesting. Let's do that with you as well. Yeah, let's try to work on this mission. If England manages to siege us back here, I will. I don't like how you have access here, Provence. Very annoying. There's a lot of options that we haven't talked about. We talked a little bit about Defender of the Faith, the Hussite stuff, which I'm not sure. And again, the mission trees is probably one of the biggest additions. If you like playing as a lot of different countries and stuff, and you like playing in the HRE, there's a lot more diversity there. One of the other things is this hegemons or hegemonies. I'm not sure like what the proper use of that word is, but England RIP. But this is, I'm pretty sure this is more of a late game thing. I don't think you could do it any other way. But there's 3 types: economic, naval, and military. So I'm pretty sure basically you just have to have a ridiculous amount of income. You have to be a great power, and you can take it from someone else is what that third option is. And if that happens, you get crazy benefits like mercenary manpower, monthly war exhaustion down, foreign spy benefit, and then you get goods produce modifier, right? Some crazy stuff. So I think these are meant to be like late game bonuses. If you're like the dominant power in one area, economy or naval or military, then you get these massive bonuses, and it's kind of a competition between people too. Naval hegemon, which is basically just sailors, blockade efficiency, liberty desire, global naval engagement, etc. The military one is pretty crazy. Look at the second requirement. Have an army equal or larger than 1,000k, than a million, which is pretty difficult. I've only had a larger army than that, maybe like 2 or 3 times. But you get pretty insane bonuses. They're not even like that insane, but like siege ability plus 20% on its own is good, and you don't have to do anything. It's not like you spend anything. You just get them if you are that. So, anyways, pretty cool stuff. Let's see. While we're waiting here again, because this campaign is going to be a bit of waiting early on, but that's okay. Governing capacity is a new thing that they've added, and I'm not sure my thoughts on it yet. I think I'm positive. They essentially did this to remove the states cap. The states mechanic is still a thing, and I think the states mechanic is good. But there's no longer a limit, a hard limit necessarily, to how many states you can have. I think essentially you have a governing capacity. I believe that essentially this governing capacity is a mix of, I don't know exactly how it's calculated, but it's based off of, like, your states contribute a lot to the governing capacity. Your territories provide a tiny bit, and then a trade company is like somewhere in the middle. I don't remember, something like that. I did actually go and read the development diary about that because I thought it was important, and it did seem, and yeah, basically, instead of a hard state limit, it's based off of how many territories and states and trade company areas you have. And there are things you can do to affect it over time. 200 is, I think, fairly low, seeing as we're about half that already. But you get special things over time. For instance, I believe getting up to... We are a duchy rank, right? The Duchy of Burgundy, the Duke of Burgundy. He was in a kingdom, even though he was powerful. The Duchy of Burgundy was not a kingdom. And because nominally, I think they were part of like the Kingdom of France, right? I believe upgrading the kingdom and then upgrading the empire adds like 250 and then like 500 or something. I don't know. Like it adds a lot, right? And so you already get a lot just from that. Additionally, it says at the bottom there, admin idea group and admin tech over time. And I believe there's also a reform. One of the ones early on. I feel like I thought one of them did, but maybe not. Maybe that was a special one from the countryside. Oh, is it this? Yeah, so you can spend extra reform points on getting governing capacity, and it gets more expensive every time. But I've always thought there's something, they should add something to do with the extra points once you're done with all the reforms, because then you just sit there for like 100, 150 years sometimes. You'll just sit there with all these extra points, and now you can directly contribute that to your limit for states, essentially. And I think that's pretty cool. I also just think it's nice how it's like, no longer is it directly just, this is how many states you can have, everything else is a territory. Because this is a combination of your states and territories. It's just that the states provide a lot, or take up a lot of the capacity, whereas territories are very little. But territories still do add to that. So you do have an absolute capacity still. I believe when you go over, you just suffer penalties, right? So you don't even, it's not even a hard limit either. So that's kind of nice, right? Because I have been kind of annoyed with a little bit with the past system of just not being able to core up everything all the way. I've always felt that it was a little annoying. I thought you should be able to. So, Portugal would defend them. Is that really a big deal? I'd rather not fight Portugal. So you know what? I don't think we're gonna do this yet. And now that France hasn't done that, and now that we don't really even, now that I've discovered we don't even need this mission, I think we're fine. I don't think we need to do that. So let's continue. Armagnac. So yeah, let's see. After one more month, especially as this is a yearly tick, it'll work. I'm going to take you and go in here to Nevers. My nose is a little stuffed up. I apologize for that. Let me take a sip of my coffee. So you can see our bourgeoisie is about to become loyal, and they've just done that over time, which is nice. I mean, it did happen over time, too, in the previous patch. But it was a little harder. The limit is 30 instead of 40 for loyalty. So, and it goes up a lot quicker. Before it was like I think like 0.1. It's like 10% of 1 point. What? Wait, what? It was like 0.1 over time. Now you can see it's 0.25, and that can be higher or lower depending on, I think, what your equilibrium is. So yeah. So League of the Public Weal. I believe weal is an antiquated term for good. It just means wheel is good. I think it's more of a Germanic, like antiquated word. Anyways, League of the Public Weal, League of the Public Good, I guess, which goes against. I think the idea is like like Burgundy is like, yeah, we're technically subjects of the King of France, just what I was saying. But we are essentially autonomous, and we can try to break all of their other vassals free. I think that's a good thing. All their other vassals get a bunch more liberty desire, and if we can break them all free against France and take a bunch of land, that would be a beautiful start to this campaign. As far as like getting into the Empire, forming Lotharingia, we kind of just have to wait till 1500, or wait till we have the Burgundian succession crisis. And look at that, we actually have an heir, so we might be able to avoid it. It gives us a good chance of avoiding it. We have Savoy's dynasty, which could mean it's kind of a weird thing, where they would have an heir of our dynasty come to their throne, and then yeah. All right, let's do this. So that's good. The Holy Roman Empire has done one of these. I haven't talked about this yet. We'll talk about this one more once we're in the Empire. Essentially now, not only are there reforms, there are centralization reforms and decentralization reforms. And essentially you pick one or the other, and you try to essentially decentralize the empire, or you try to centralize it and unite it. There are also incidents. For instance, I believe the Shadow Empire event is one of those things, and they already made their decision, I think, or maybe I missed it, not sure. So what happens here? I think, obviously, all these guys are a little uppity now, but they're still below 50. That sucks, man. So that's going to be a little difficult. I'm not sure if there even is a way to get them here, but if we can do stuff here, we'll get claims on the rest of it, and yeah, we can make Alençon a vassal. I think it's Alençon, right? Alençon? I'm not sure. I don't speak French. Anywho, I'm gonna sip some more coffee real quick. Being here in a fairly rich area of Europe, and especially around Flanders, means that we are going to get the institution pretty quickly. That's nice. France has also been reworked province-wise, obviously, so that's cool. Pope in the Empire. Okay, so the Pope has joined the Empire, which is a malice for us now, except if we join the Empire, our plan is to join the Empire, at least for a while, before maybe leaving again. We'll see. I don't know how Lotharingia plays out. But the Pope is in the Empire, but they are... but that won't be bad long-term for us if we're joining the Empire. Maybe we'll even be able to become the Emperor and stuff and reform it that way. We'll see. I'm not sure. I would love to break these guys free. The problem is I don't believe I can right now. Oh, Orléans is actually maybe going to be disloyal. We'll see. Let's give it a sec. Over time, they might become disloyal. We'll see. For now, it doesn't matter. I think for now, we just kind of need to... let's put someone on subject nations, because we have a lot of other subject nations, right? So... yeah, we definitely want to annex Nevers. I see no reason not to. As far as our other... I think the mission trees are really going to be our guiding point here. Our people relations... We need to have influence for that. Okay. We get permanent claims here, which is fine. A kingdom divided, Lorraine. We would like to go to war with Provence. They're no longer allied with France. Yo! That seems beautiful. We should definitely do this. Provence is a little strong, so we should be a little hesitant, but here's what we do. Verdun. Let's go to war with Provence, because getting this area here would be very nice. Getting this area under our control, connecting our empire, or our realm, the two halves of our realm would definitely be a good thing. It's a pain already, seeing as we have to ask for access every time, and yeah, I think it's fine. So, we do have the vassal swarm on our side, our little vassal swarm here, so I'm not too worried about it, this war. I don't think there's a way to get these vassals of France disloyal yet. That's unfortunate. If we started attacking France and we weakened them up a bit, I think they would probably, what's it called? That would probably get them disloyal, and they would help in the war, but I don't think I can beat France 1v1 either way. If Austria is on my side, I might actually try to do that. That wouldn't be terrible. So, as a result of the fact that it's harder to sort of, as it seemed hard, like it's harder to drastically affect a state nobility right now, it actually makes it stronger to, the events are more important to pay attention to, I feel like, so. Saluzzo we might as well bring in as a, wow, so here's the thing. I wouldn't mind actually like bringing Savoy in with the promise of land and feeding them Saluzzo. I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and do that. How about that? I don't want to risk losing an early war, right? So let's do it. We can co-belligerize Saluzzo. I don't think that'll bring Austria in, right? I don't think co-belligerizing brings the Emperor in, does it? We're about to find out. I don't think so. They're in the Empire, though, so yeah. So if it does, then I'm going to be screwed. I actually don't even remember. I don't even know. One of the few things I don't like about the states options being different now is that you can't do the option to get free generals anymore. It was always nice. I'm just making sure Austria is not able to join. I don't think they are. Yeah, co-belligerizing I don't think works like that for imperial call to arms. Alright. We should be fine. Alright, so let's see. What else do we have? You know, I'll do that. So let's see. We're behind on tech at the start, but that's okay. Everyone is behind on tech at the start. France definitely we don't want to let France get too out of hand because they will be a real problem if that happens. If Portugal gets into like a rough war with Morocco or someone, then we can maybe attack England for Calais. Not a huge deal. Not a huge deal right now. Wait till France and England are fighting maybe again, because they're definitely going to go to war again. Not too worried about it either way. This war is actually a lot easier than I thought even. So, lots of requests for access that I'm not going to grant. There's that. Since we're allied to Austria, they can't even demand unlawful territory. I don't know if they could anyways, because it's not like they're not a member of the Empire, are they? They are. Okay, never mind. Actually, I think... Actually, you know what? No, they are, because even Provence is... whose capital, Anjou, is not part of the Empire. So... Provence is not in the Empire, but most of their land is, and their vassal, or their subject is. Right? It's kind of a weird situation, but yeah. I'm gonna sip some more coffee because we're just waiting now. Alright, what is the aggressive expansion gonna look like here? This is occupied by Savoy. Okay, good. So here's what we do: give them that and take this for ourselves. Would they appreciate that enough? Yes, they would. I think that's fine. I'm not gonna... Oh, God. Okay, apparently we shouldn't do this, huh? Here, if we do even a little less, then it's absolutely fine. Let's just take the... I don't know, dude. Let's take Verdun, because it is a fort. Not that we need more forts here, but, Yeah, let's just pop Lorraine free. We have perma-claims, and we can just do a separate war against them. And I think technically they might be counting as, like, a secondary participant. I'm not sure. I don't think so. But, still, let's do that. Don't really care to do that. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, you see, I forgot. I instinctively hit unpause. But it happens immediately after you send it, which is very nice. So, there we go. Easy war. Easy enough. Not too bad. These provinces aren't amazing, right? But they are fine. I think for now I will keep this fort, even though it's somewhat redundant. Having extra forts is not normally a bad thing. So yeah, let's just go ahead and chill here. And with that, we have connected up our disparate halves of our empire. Oh yeah, mercenaries have been reworked. I forgot to bring that up. It hasn't been relevant yet. Mercenaries now work essentially like CK2 mercenaries, where there's mercenary companies that have set numbers of troops, a set pool of manpower to draw from, a set cost, and a monthly maintenance. I think it's pretty cool the way that they have it now. I'm not sure I like some parts of it. For instance, you can't group them in with your armies. You can't like group them with armies. You have to attach them, and that's a bit of a pain. But other than that, it's pretty interesting. So, you know what? Oh, this one's cool. So lots of times I've seen them do this once there's an institution spreading. Essentially, all Catholics get institution spread, and cardinals, I believe, count, like, they basically spread the institution, whatever institution is. I can see that making, like, this alone makes Catholicism a lot stronger, you know? You have a lot more ways to get institutions and other things if you're Catholic. So anyways, let's go and do this. Donate some money to the Curia Controller, because one of our missions is related to papal influence. So, alright. Tell you what. I would love to go to war with France, and we might be able to get Austria in once we have 10 favors. I think we will be able to, yeah. Man, it just sucks that all these vassals are not wanting to cooperate. Here, let's just go ahead and start annexing Nevers, and I think that's where we'll wrap up this episode. Again, it's going to be a slow burn at the start, but once we form Lotharingia and join the Empire, I think stuff is going to start really popping off. So that'll be it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. Please go and leave a like and subscribe for more. Again, this is a new series, so and in a new patch. And so if you did enjoy, please leave a like and comment with your thoughts on what I should do, anything like that. I'll have shorter outros soon. But again, also, if you want to watch more, I will be probably live streaming the day this goes live, some of this patch. So feel free to come to my Twitch channel. I'll put a link in the description below. And thanks for hanging out in general. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.